Don't we come up here talking about, the Lord is my shepherd. I don't want to hear that. Because that's not the way you're treating me.
Right.
I don't want to hear your songs anymore at all. So keep them to yourself. And when you look at the illustration and the parallelism that's going on in our world today, and look at what's going on in the Old Testament, in the minor prophets and the major prophets, it's a direct parallel. We're doing about the same thing that they were doing then. God got tired then, and God got tired now. In our prior studies, they were shouting out, Lord, how long are you going to allow all this injustice to go on down here? How long are you going to allow your people to keep being oppressed down here? That was a question that one of the minor prophets was asking. And God told them not long. And there's so many people that's still asking that same question. As you look around and lose your job unjustly. Lord, how long are you going to let this continue to happen to me? When someone burglarizes you or break in or whatever else, Lord, how long are you going to let these sinners continue to oppress your people? You got us, so we got to put bars on our windows and 2 or 3 locks on the door. How long are you going to allow this to go on? He says, not long. So this is just a continuing lesson. But remember, when you're studying the major and the minor prophets, we often talked about his historical order and chronological order. The Bible is historical order, okay? But all of these minor prophets, when you look at the time element of it, it's in chronological order. Because even in today's lesson, you have Isaiah, but Isaiah was also around during the time of Ezra and Nehemiah. The minor prophets is looking at the timeline. Because they was not taken into captivity until 721 BC and 586 BC. So you had some prophets, contemporaries of one another. He said Haggai and Malachi, and some of them during the same time zone.
Yeah.
During the time of the chaotic kingdom. There was so much chaos going on. He may have sent Jonah and Nahum to Nineveh. All that's before they went into captivity. And in today's lesson, he's backing up. We backed up now. Now we're backing up to a major prophet. One of the Shakespeares of the Old Testament.
Yep. His
name is Isaiah. 66 books divided into 2 sections. Just even in comparison with the Bible. When you have the Bible, you have 39 in the first half, and you have 27 in the second half.
Yep.
Now you have a book within a book in the book of Isaiah.
Right.
So when you're looking at Isaiah, the major, and I say major prophet, because he deals with judgment, he deals with comfort, and he deals with future restoration.
Yes.
Now he's not just talking about the times on then. He's prophesying, because it's a book of prophecy. When you read something like the 53rd chapter of Isaiah, that's prophecy. When you read the 42nd, 43rd, 45th chapters of Isaiah, that's prophecy. Speaking of a time when God would bring a just servant. In the time of the history of the lesson and the application that's in the lesson, he could have been talking about presently King Cyrus. Future, he was talking about Jesus. When he said he would grow up a servant, a just servant. Now remember, King Cyrus was a pagan king. But God used him to allow Israel to go back and rebuild Jerusalem, the temple, the walls, the foundation. That took place in the book of Ezra. Now here we are over in the book of Isaiah. It's not chronological order in the Bible. The way that it was written is historical order. Chronological is the sequence of events, the way that they transpired and took place during the biblical timeline. From 2100 BC all the way down to 01 BC. In 2100 BC, that's basically when Genesis began. when God called Abraham from the land of Ur, and then it just trickled down from 2100 to 1800 to 1900, and we down now in the 900s, and get down to the 700, it goes down instead of up.
Yeah.
When you get down to 0 at the time of Christ, you will go back from BC, before Christ, to AD after the death of Christ. You'll start going back up the ladder again. 0, 1, 0, 5, 0, 70, 0, 300, 0, 1800, 0, 1900, 0, 2000.
Yep.
And that's where we are now.
Right.
We up to the 2000th year since Christ's death. It's not in chronological order.
Right.
So as we look at this lesson, we can see where at that particular time, God did send a just servant.
Yes.
And now you look at what is going on and what